NYPD officers attacked in Times Square. 5 suspects arrested. 7 are still loose. They all were migrants.
Really? Migrants that came over recently?
Yeah.
But see, that's gonna make them look bad. That's gonna make people even more fearful and talk about.
Here's my thing:
if you got a group of people coming over, criminals is mingling in as well.
If you are an asylum seeker, I would stay as quiet as possible.
But they're not. All of them are not asylum seekers. That's what they were saying.
I know. I'm saying if you are, these guys apparently are. They know who they are. If you are, they from Venezuela. If you are an asylum seeker. Why would you not stay as quiet as possible?
Why would you stay as quiet as possible if you cause trouble in your other country? That's in you, no matter where you go.
The police have since they said update. The police have arrested them. Okay. Now the NYPD is expressing outrage. Hold on, this thing pops up. The NYPD is expressing outrage after officers said a crowd of asylum seekers. We call them asylum seekers, migrants, illegal immigrants. They didn't name them everything under the sun. A crowd of asylum seekers attacked 2 of their own in Times Square over the weekend, only to be released without bail. Police are asking for public's help identifying men they say were part of a group of 12 that attacked 2 officers on Saturday night. Surveillance video provided by the NYPD shows the front of a migrant shelter. So it's at a shelter at 220 West 42nd Street. Police said officers were trying to disperse a disorderly crowd when the 2 officers were assaulted. Now, up until now, we haven't had any record of any of them attacking police officers. All of the attacks and stuff so far that they've been putting down have been fights with each other.
Okay.
People fighting each other in these places or whatever. They probably crowded and mad or, they all just 5,000
Get your hand in my pocket.
Yeah. 1,000 people got to use one toilet. So you probably know that somebody going to get in a fight for something.
That Malcolm X movie. Get your hand in my pocket.
Again, Democrats' fault. They had the nerve to come on today. I'm bearing away from this story. The Democrats and the Republicans are fighting, okay, in Congress. They've been fighting over that border bill or whatever.
Ooh, this ain't helping.
So the Democrats had the nerve after the meeting to come out and say, well, they wrong for blocking this because their orange God told them to until he gets elected.
Orange God, okay.
But we take some responsibility because they've been asking us to pass something on the border and we didn't. But now we want to and they don't want to. You got some nerve when somebody been asking you for 4 years to do something and now because it's an election year, you want to do something. And because the Republicans, I don't like them either, don't want to jump at what you want to do, now you're mad.
Well,
when you had 4 years to fix it.
They had more than 4 years. This has been like 3 or 4 administrations that have been failing to get this done.
And just so you know, even Orange Comb-Over said, as bad as y'all think I am, Obama was shipping them out of here left and right.
Yeah, that group right
there.
He
has the most out of all presidents who have put people on buses and shipped them back to their country.
And he kept the family
And you know why? You know why he did it? Because of incidences like this. You don't accept thousands of people into your country and you don't have a place for them to be. You don't have a setup system and you just let them come in and then what's going to happen? Mayhem. And that's exactly, it's more, and you think, we're turning them away is Jesus wouldn't do that. It is worse, in my opinion, to let somebody come in and you don't have structure. It's more humane, in my opinion, to keep them on the bus and send them back. That's my opinion. It's more humane because look what's happening now. It's ridiculous. So yeah, Obama has that. And Orange Comb-Over quick to tell you that. He shipped more people back than I did when I was president.
Yep.
Because it's more humane. So the surveillance video showed these nut jobs. A second clip shows officers apparently trying to take someone into custody when the police say the officers were then attacked. Because they probably was like, you can't take us into custody. You trying to send us back to Venezuela? So now we got the whole little gang coming in.
We don't want to get deported, probably.
You have 8 people attacking a lieutenant and a cop, running up on them, trying to kick them in their face. The NYPD chief of patrol, John Shell, said. According to an NYPD source, a lieutenant suffered lacerations. Thank God nobody got offed it. To his face while he and an officer from a Midtown South precinct were kicked and punched in the head and the body. You want to know why our cops are getting assaulted? There's no consequences. And we must change this. That's what the guy is saying. I don't understand why some of them already had arrest records here for theft and stuff. Why, when you first time get somebody who's over here seeking asylum and he gets arrested for a theft, why is he not put on a bus and sent right back to where he's supposed to go?
I don't know. Deport him? Yeah.
You getting out of here.
Because there's people even that are here before this whole migrant situation that were always afraid of being deported.
Thank you.
So I don't know.
If you are here and you know you here by temporary or you trying to stay, I would keep my head down and my mouth shut.
Right. Until your situation changes for you. But like I said, if there's a criminal intent or they've had a bad history over in the other countries, they bringing that over to here. Anywhere they go, it's not going to change. And
that's why Nikki Haley said close the border and vet anybody. Before you cross, I'm vetting you. Who are you? And who were you when you was in Venezuela? What is wrong with that?
I don't know. And I'm doing, are you still reading?
Yeah, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office said 4 of the 5 suspects were released with no bail, charged with assault on a police officer.
Of course.
Why are you released with no bail? Why are you released? And you attacked the police officer and you not legally here. That makes no sense.
And if certain people of color did that, you mean
black people because they are a color.
I'm just saying as far as other people too as well.
Yeah.
They probably would not be alive.
A spokesperson for the DA's office said it requested a ROR and supervised release because this is still an ongoing investigation. Why is it an investigation? Why are we spending money? That's it. There is no investigation. You hit a police officer. I don't even care if he hit you first. You hit a police officer. You an asylum seeker. That's it. Get out of here.
But that's why we keep saying, we can talk about this until the end of the days. That's why we try to stress the importance of voting on your local level. Because a lot of times you have to get involved with the local level on laws to be changed. You got to pressure your state representative.
Yeah, they just
pressure your governor, pressure your senator to make changes to laws. That's what they did with the whole thing with Floyd. What's his name?
George Floyd.
George Floyd. They actually build a law, put a law in place now. So police officers have to do a certain thing or whatever. So why can't something like this be put in place? Do they need people to picket and go to the Capitol to say, put something in place now? With the migrants acting crazy and doing stuff.
You can't do nothing. If you are here and you are a migrant or you are an asylum seeker, I don't care what you are. I don't want to see you anywhere on anybody's camera doing anything other than working. Other than that, or sleeping, or somewhere that you shouldn't be robbing or hitting nobody or touching nothing.
I had told my sister, I said a friend of ours had sent a link to kind of look into the history of this story about migrants in other countries.
Oh, yeah.
And I need to do more research and look up. And you guys...
They having problems in other countries.
Feel free as well. But the problems that they were saying is like ours because of the color of the migrants that are coming in.
Yeah.
So it's funny, if you were to go to every country that's having migrant problems like what we're having, a number of people coming over from different countries into your country.
Yeah.
This one I need to find out for sure, because we were in South Africa. And they said over the years, over millions of migrants from Europe, from Poland, and Italy, all of that area. They're taking over. But because of the color of their skin,
of course,
they're treated a little bit
so
different.
My thing is with this,
unfortunately, you know, we're dealing with migrants from the Spanish
all
countries.
Over. Yeah. Well, my thing is, like I said here, why would you be booked and then released with no bail? The other thing that I was watching too, because I've been watching different people do different commentary on this. The Democrats, again, look stupid. They feel sorry for the migrant workers, the asylum people. They should have rights. They don't have no rights. They should be released with no bail. We need to find out what's going on. And you know what? That's why the American people, majority of the American people, don't side with Democrats on the border and what's going on.
But are they stating when they do stuff like this, when they steal, when they
talking
crimes,
about this case?
Not everybody.
They talking about this case. They are due process.
Oh yeah.
They're not due process.
Okay.
They are due putting back on the bus and sent back to wherever you went. Or you don't even have to send you back to wherever you came from. Just send you back to Mexico.
But I thought
and then you can get back to wherever you need to go.
I think the American people are not understanding. I thought that was
not American people, Democrats.
Well, regardless of that, America meaning America, not other countries. I thought that was understood. If they are arrested and they break a law in our country, I thought we already had it in place. They need to be deported.
No,
they need to be sent back.
No, because you have to go by what the law is, and the law is they get due process, they get this, they get that. Again, that's why I said I'm looking at all the people, the commentaries, and it seems like most of the people that are Democrat feel sorry more for the asylum seekers than they do for the NYPD police. And my opinion is, I don't even care if they right. It doesn't matter. Anything you do while you over here and you try, if we was in their country, they would get rid of us just as fast as our heads spin.
They wouldn't care.
They wouldn't be like, well, maybe she was she in the right? They have me on the next bus or plane back to America.
If you bother their police officers, if you saw what happened when our people went over to Mexico and they just ignored the whole crime that didn't happen. But now, if they would have laid hands on one of their officers, they would have been under the jail.
They would have been under the jail. So why isn't every other country do it but us?
I don't know.
No, out of here.
Whatever we need to do to try to hopefully make this law change or do something different.
Well, they said as of today, they arrested them again. Additional suspects.
They just need to keep them in jail.
No, they need to be out of here. Yeah.
Well, I don't know who makes that decision. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
We need to know as Americans and citizens.
And it could be depending on the city you from and the state. It could change.
Each state is different.
So
I don't know. Whatever, y'all know what the law is in your city.
Whatever state you in, that needs to be national.
If they get arrested,
if you get arrested
and they've committed a crime,
you out of here.
They should be deported.
You out of here.
Because that's one of the things Comb Over was saying.
Yes.
They're coming over all criminals. He already called them all criminals.
And that's what I don't like. Because there's a lot of them that's here that's not.
Exactly.
So then you get these knuckleheads who come out. That's why you got to be tough, Democrats, on them. Mm-hmm. Because if you're not, it's going to make the ones that want everybody gone, it's going to give them more leverage to say, see, that's why you need to get rid of all of them. And I don't believe that. But because you're being soft on them, you're allowing the people who don't want them here to get rid of all of them.
Don't the Republicans have the number?
What do you mean?
To put something in order or to vote on something. It's like they always shooting down our laws,
He don't want him to pass nothing.
So it's what you talking out into to the wall.
I said that. I said both parties.
Sides, yeah.
Both parties.
But you just said the Democrats. I'm saying
because whenever we hearing about what's going on now, all we hearing on CNN and MSNBC and ABC,
they have to blame somebody.
They blaming the Republicans.
Why not?
It's both of them.
I know it's easier to blame the Democrats because they're in charge now.
No, both parties. Both parties.
I know, but I'm saying it's easier for Republicans to blame Democrats because our president is Democrat.
Right. And for
that's the administration today.
And Democrats to blame the Republicans.
So I'm the blame game while people are getting beat up.
It's the blame game.
And lives are taken.
It's the blame game.
So go ahead.
That's why I said they better thank God that nobody passed away in this. Can you imagine if one of those officers would have passed away?
I don't even know. No.
We don't even want that. That's why we have to continue to pray because we don't want that.
But I did tell you, I don't know, for some reason, I just feel in my spirit.
Somebody got to go.
A lot of people are going to have to pass.
All right, well, whatever.
To make laws. Because they even said with the young girl who got hit by the train in our area, they're now going to put a law in place where it's, they're putting some kind of a thing now that's the safety measure thing. But it took her life for them to do that.
Yeah, it's sad.
So it's unfortunate.
All right. Christopher said Chadwick Boseman, the movie was 42.
That's it.
Wendy said people also know him from the movie Chadwick Boseman played. That's what we said. 52 or 42.
Yep. That was it. It was 42, his number.
And then Emerald says, hey, ladies. Hey, Emerald. Hey, everybody. All right. So again, something has to happen. Again, I don't like to, I put these stories out here because I want people to know what to pray for. We don't want anything bad to happen. I know what you're saying, but we don't want it to happen because that would create a worse problem than what it is. And then number two, if the Democrats don't start taking responsibility and quit trying to put all niceness on this whole situation, it's going to make the American people turn even more against, asylum seekers, and I don't want that. There's a lot of families, the ones we see on the corner, that whole families on the corner asking for money. We live here, so we see it, and outside of Chicago and in Chicago, it's thousands and thousands of them here. And I told you I can tell the difference between a regular panhandler and those people who came over here because they a whole family. They got a whole thing going on the corner. Cooking thing, they cooking food, and they live on the corner. Right. For God's sakes.
Right. Okay.
All right. So, and I know they not out there beating up police officers.
They trying to take care of their families.
They trying to take care of their families and come to a better place.
We're hoping that they're not stealing either.
Well, we hope.
It could be still. We don't know though.
We don't know.
Some people can be desperate where they'll take something from Walmart.
After a while.
Yeah, you hungry enough and your kids got a hole in their shoe.
Yeah.
You may steal some shoes.
Yeah. And you in the wintertime here?
They may steal from Salvation Army.
So that's what I'm saying. It's inhumane to allow people to just...
People probably be like, no problem, because they were only $3 anyway.
So yes, Obama did have I agree with Orange Nixon. He did. I call him Orange Nixon now. Comb over.
Okay.
Yes, he did. Obama did send more people back.
She used to call him Orange Nixon.
I used to call him Orange Nixon.
He is Nixon.
Yeah. No, he's working. You know what? I think I stopped because that was
Nixon looking bad.
It was making Nixon look bad.
But Nixon was bad.
Not as bad as him.
Oh.
Nixon was like, could stop if he was alive. Stop doing that.
Well,
stop calling him.
He had no integrity here as well.
All right. Okay. All right. Representative Cori Bush is under